You are now listening to Sir Inc.'s The Experience Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything kink. Now, this podcast is only catered to those that are 18 and above and may not be suitable for work, or as we like to say, NSF. But remember, you can always listen to us during your private time. Hello, kinky and kink-curious folk out there. My name is Sir Inc.
Hello, I am back. Happy 2024 to all. I've missed you guys. I hope you miss me. But I'm here to discuss with you a different topic, as always. And let me talk about when dominance goes dry. And what do I mean by that? When things kind of go stale, when things become mundane. And I've talked about this before, you got to keep it spicy, right? But sometimes, and let me use myself as an example, I get so busy and I get so focused on business in particular. And when you're the type of person that has multiple business things going on, sometimes you can get real focused on business. And what happens is when you focus a lot on business, it becomes very black and white. When it comes to business, there's not a lot of fun. I'm lacking of words right now. Please excuse me. But when you focus on business, you become not a lot of fun. You become a stickler for details. You have to, dealing with money. You're dealing with other people. You might be dealing with contracts. And so when you get into this mode, there's no room for fun. There's not a lot of room for creativity in some situations, unless you're an artist and you're selling art or things of that matter, right? And so becoming more serious and more focused on business, and when you're in this mood, and I know a lot of you may understand this if you're a lawyer or you deal with contracts, or you have a job where you have to work on deals. These aren't things that happen in one day. You may have something that you've been working on for like 2 weeks, 2 months, a half a year, and sometimes you get so bogged down in it that you don't come up for air, right? And when you don't come up for air, it stifles your creativity, or at least it stifled mine. And I had to call my sub. Actually, I had sent her a text message and said, thank you for bearing with me during this time, because I've just dedicated myself to work and more work and trying to do things internationally. So I'm caught up in different languages, contracts, and I'm just dialed in. And when you're dialed in as a man, you can ignore a lot of things. Now, I haven't ignored her per se, but I've ignored my dominant side. We still get together, we still do things. I'm still very much a dominant man, but as far as doing sessions, even having the motivation to be creative in the way of doing sessions, I haven't really been in that mode. Now, we have done some things, some basic things. I'll get the flogger out, both my floggers or the paddle, and we'll do a little 30 minutes, 45 minutes. She still kneels every day, things like that. But I have not been dialed into putting more creative sessions together. And, when I did look around and come up for air, because on New Year's weekend, I wasn't really feeling my best. There was some bug going around. Something tried to jump on me. I was just not feeling my best. I was just working so much, and then I was exhausted after work. And so we kind of just had a weekend together where we just just basically chill, watch some TV. We definitely did our weekly our weekly walk like we do. I make coffee. We do our walk, and we have that time together. And we also have other things that we have in common together, as far as reading books, spirituality. We do tarot things together, and we have shows and things like that we watch. So we spend quality time together. But the dom sub side of our relationship has suffered. And so I didn't know where to start these podcasts in this year, 2024. But I'm going to start these podcasts with the recognition of how dominance can go stale. And not necessarily stale, but how you can put so many things in front of it and how it can suffer. And one of the things about a dom sub relationship, underneath all that stuff that we put on top, is just a relationship with someone else, your connection to another human being. And I'm glad that my connection with her is such in a way that she still enjoys my time and I enjoy her time. We enjoy each other's time together. I'm glad that we still enjoy each other's time together, and that's what having more things in common can do for you. So when one thing is lacking, the other things help carry you through. And that's the beauty of it all. And we still watch BDS content. We still watch other podcasts, other YouTube channels that have conversations and discussions on BDSM, but that still didn't put like a battery in my back. These are things that we always do, but it's still a recognition of sometimes you can get so focused on some things, other things, especially when it comes to business, it stifles creativity. And so my thoughts on this is recognizing where you are. You know where you are. You know if you're not up to your standard in what you're doing or what you're bringing to the table to the other person. And when that does fall short, or when you fall off of being able to bring to the table the things that you normally do, it's okay to have an honest conversation of saying, I know that I'm not bringing my end to the table 100%, but you do understand my life. You do understand the things that I'm going through. And those things have not taken me away from doing my duties, but I am so focused on these things that other things do suffer. And that is the thing about men that are focused and dialed in on their mission, their life mission, their work. Sometimes the things and the people in our lives suffer. Lack of our attention, lack of our love, lack of our resources sometimes. And it's okay to recognize that, look, I know I'm falling short, but I got to get this taken care of. I'm on this mission. But I'm recognizing where I'm at in this. And let me give you your flowers of saying thank you for being there for me, riding the wave with me, and still enjoying all the moments that we do share together. Because time is not lacking. I have not cut back on the time that we share. It's the things that we do with our time. Again, I have not been able to really get dialed into sessions. I just lack the creativity because I'm so thinking about other things like business, getting things taken care of. I am on the precipice, I love that word, I am on the precipice of accomplishing a goal that I've been wanting for well over 15 years. a goal that at one point seemed dead in the water and that it was never going to happen. But I always kept a candle in the window for it, always kept a candle in the window for it. And now it's back to being a reality and is there. And I'm not depending on someone else as I was before to make it happen. It's really all on me. And I've groomed myself to be in this position to win. And it's wonderful. But when you're winning, sometimes other things suffer. When you hear sports players or coaches say the first person they want to thank when they're receiving an award or something is their family. And they want to thank their family because they're the ones that take the brunt of the suffering it takes for that person to be present somewhere else. They're the ones that suffered his presence, suffered his dominance, his energy, his taking the kids to school, going to plays, going to games, stuff like that. Things suffered. And when you hear these guys say, I want to thank my wife, I want to thank my family, these are the people that have suffered. He's not just saying that because he loves them. He's saying that because they're the ones that suffered. They're the ones that sacrificed. They're the ones that sacrificed for him to be able to accomplish his life goals in his profession. And so that is my thoughts. And as I said to my sub, thank you. And I will be getting back on track. And she said she understood. She said she's been waiting on Sir to get back there. But she has still enjoyed all the other moments that we shared together, like those walks while drinking coffee, the moments of watching TV and doing other little things that make our connection what it is. We're not just founded on BDSM alone, which is a wonderful thing. But what do you guys think? Have you hit a wall in your interactions with your dom, or you as a dominant? Have you run short of ideas or creativity? Have you ever really thought that the reason why things are maybe have gone stale or you're not as motivated to be that dom is because of you're so focused on other things as far as business, and those things take away from you creativeness because you're just more dialed into details. What do you think? Let me know. Happy New Year. I'm wishing everyone well. And until next time, peace.
You know how to find me, Sir INQ, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can always email me at sirinq09@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, peace.